On this edition of the news, 4 new Black Series have been listed on the Walmart app. Let's figure out who they're talking about. The long-standing rumor of a vintage playset. There's also a listing on the Walmart app, and we're excited. The retro collection is now shipping in the US. A little bit of confirmation of the shipping of the Gaming Greats Stormtrooper Commander and the Shadow Trooper coming soon. And now there's a petition to hashtag back TBC. All this and more coming up. Welcome everybody to Usualmike Television. First, the elephant in the room from the last video. This on my lip started when you hold the baby scratch your face, it leaves a scratch, then it got infected, ends up being a cold sore. So that's what happened. No, nothing as dramatic as the door bursting open, smashing me in the face or anything like that. Anyway, also if you missed my last video, that one right there, you would have seen brand new vintage collection figure sent to me by Adam Lynch in the mail. The Arc Trooper Commander. Wow, what a figure. Expanded Universe 1. A lot of people was very excited to see that. Let's get into it. First up, the rumor of 4 new Black Series figures. They were posted up online on yakface.com and they all come with code names. What are those code names? We're going to dig deep and find out what they are. Who are they? They are very, very random. The first one I'm going to put up, it says Star Wars Lucas SWBL E9 Salem. So you look, Black Series Episode 9 Salem. A lot of people said this could be Palpatine, but I don't think so, because up here we only not long ago got a Palpatine, so another one straight off the back of that one, too soon. This one I believe will be a brand new figure, and some people have said Darkside Rey, Salem Witch. Why not? This I am hyped for. Funko did do one, so it's about time Hasbro did one. This sounds exciting. This is only a guess. We're only speculating. Could be anything. Leave your comments down below. What do you think it will be? As well as these others that are coming up as well. The next 3 are all Mando figures. Ooh! Mando Jim. Now, let me tell you about the code names. Over the years through Solo we had Greek names, and there's been all sorts of weird code names through the years just to protect the identity of what these are. So even people who are at the inventories at the stores that they go to don't even know what they are, you know. The ones for the Mandalorian have been from Tom Sawyer. So you got Sawyer, Huckleberry, Huck 2. One came out called Mando Jim, and I went in to look at Tom Sawyer, and there's a character called Little Jim. Little Jim, and I'm thinking it's his mate. Who's the Mando's mate? Well, Grief Karga. There you go. That's my guess for Jim. The next one is Omega. Now, it's not Kenny Omega the wrestler, but he is very, very talented if you don't know him. This particular one is like the Omega Man, the all-knowing man. Who is the all-knowing man from The Mandalorian? Krell. That's who I think that character is. The last one is Mando Tree. Mando Tree. Tree? That wasn't even in the list of anything. That's just mind-boggling. So I tried to think of this in a way that's very literal. There's a character called Mayfield, played by Bill Burr. Now, he had an interview where he said he got scanned for a figure, and that was like, no, shh, you're not supposed to say that. So he sort of shushed it up, like, oh, it didn't happen. But have a look at this picture of him. Do you notice something? The guns everywhere look like branches hanging off him. Looks kind of a bit like a tree to me, so that could be him. That's that's my guess out of which character that would be Tree. He looked kind of guns and looks like a tree.
I suppose it could be almost anybody.
Yes! Could be him. I could be wrong. You never know. These are coming out late 2020, early 2021. The other guesses for these will be Moff Gideon, but he's already listed on Yakface's page for being in Wave 27. There's also the Incinerator Trooper in there as well. The armor is also to be rumored to be coming. So, best guess is it's one of them, all of them. Who knows? Hopefully this just sees that we get a lot more characters from The Mandalorian coming soon in the Black Series. Moving on to vintage. Once again, thanks to yakface.com, the Walmart app has spat out this information that reads SW Vin Playset. Now the vintage playset that we all have been hearing a lot from, and thanks to Tim from Boss Bounty who rumoured this first, believe it or not, it is possibly the carbon freezing chamber set, and hopefully this is all new. I often put up in my videos an older pick, one from the micro collections I believe it is, from back in the day. I hope it is something brand spanking new. The other thing I want to put up on the screen right now is there is an update that this has perhaps one single Stormtrooper and it has electronics included. So instead of having two figures like the Jabba's Palace in there, this one may only have one. I'd prefer to have two, but doesn't matter. We're getting a play set. That's the important thing. Awesome stuff. Next up, gaming grades figures. As you know, in the US, you guys had to pre-order them and then all the stores closed, but they're starting to open back up, processing orders for this guy right now. The Stormtrooper Commander will be sent out to you very, very soon. Keep checking their mailboxes. If you ordered the Shadow Trooper as well, some people have said yes, it is shipping. Some people have said not yet, quite yet. It's on the way. For all years here in Australia, as you know, when we put down the pre-orders, they get Jedi Revan and the Battle Droid. This guy dropped exactly the same time, so there was no pre-order for him. But now in Australia, at Zing Pop Culture, there is, have a look at this, for June 30, he is available to pre-order. If you missed in the first time, there's nothing more on the Shadow Trooper, completely sold out, but Aussie Sci-Fi Collectibles has informed me they are getting some of those in stock, so get onto that as soon as you can if you don't want to miss out on your Shadow Stormtrooper. Switching back to vintage now, in the US, look at this picture. This is a Five Below, but obviously on the banner there it says 10 below. $10 will buy you the Rogue One Imperial Combat Assault Tank. Wow. This figure here, this vehicle, was like $250 in this country. Some of us were like, no, it's a pipe dream, we're never going to own it. So what happens, you don't send enough internationally. You have so many stateside in the United States, they end up at Five Below, and look at this, $10. I would love one of these, but I don't have a Five Below in my country. They won't be seen here. If you haven't got one, guys, go out and get yourself one. On Twitter, at Star Wars Toy Pod, Darth Mark from Blue Harvest Vintage Toys shared some images of you guys in the US who are now getting your retro collection, which you can't see. Ta-da! These guys have been shipped out from Walmart if you had pre-orders with them, and wow, they're not in the best shape. They are horrendous. Why? They just don't care when they send them. They use undersized boxes. They use mailers. They just stuff them in there and ship them out. They don't think that you keep these cardboard backs nice and flat and straight. They just stuff them in there to sell them, to get them to you as quick as they possibly can. So that's the situation there. If you're still looking for a few of these here in Australia, Aussie Sci-Fi has you covered. There's some there available. Obviously, the Boba Fett has been sold out because it's sold out everywhere, but also the game Hoth Ice Planet Adventure game, if you can see that up there, still available. As I mentioned earlier, Back TVC is the big thing going around the internet. Anything you put on social media, use the hashtag BackTVC. Hasbro will see it, and now there's a petition that we want you to sign. We hope to get thousands of signatures on it, so Hasbro realize, hey, we're going to up the number of characters that we're going to make for Vintage Collection each year. Every wave has 4 figures, and then there's a couple extras, there's double ups in the cases. There's 4 waves, and that's all there sort of is per year, unless they throw a few exclusives in there. But we want that number, huge amount. I said in a previous video, because I have an Aussie accent, I would like to see 50, but people thought I said 15. 50, 5-0, Hawaii 5-0. That's my number per year they should pump out for Vintage Collection. I know it's very expensive to collect that many figures. Just think of all the other stuff that they make that they want us to collect. If they didn't make that, they could focus on vintage more, so that would be great. So sign the petition. I'll leave a link in the description down below. A quick look at in-hand shots of the 40th anniversary Forlom and Zuckuss 2-pack. This was going to be one of the conventions. I think it might have been for San Diego Comic-Con. I'm not quite sure which. I think that was the one, but have a go. It looks beautiful, and it's just like it was in the old days. Oh, backwards and frontwards, how all the names are the wrong way round, but some people said that's perfect like that is. These figures look amazing. They look much better than the glam shots of these photos. Awesome stuff. Let's look what I picked up as well. This comes from the House of M. Look at him, a 1980. Let me have a look at the COO. Yes. 81 made in Hong Kong, LFL. Excellent. Brilliant. I also got the stands with it. Thank you to Jesse at the House of M. Go and have a look for his store on Facebook. There is Squid Head, looking the part. Straight into Jabba's Palace for you, pal. What's yours? LFL 1983. And as you know, in this country, not a great deal of blue snaggletooths because that Sears set that had come in years ago doesn't really, I don't even think it was sold here in this country, but the red guy, remember them? Snaggletooth, normal red. Let's get some clarity on you. Oh, lovely, lovely. And let's have a look at your COO and markings. Where is it? It's tiny as on this one. One of these days they're going to make me wear glasses and I won't be happy about that. I can't read it in this light. Oh, it's a good one. 1978. Wow, the 70s one. Just a few new acquisitions I wanted to share with you today. Before I go, custom cardbacks. One of my friends on Twitter made some Rise of Skywalker cardbacks for characters we have yet to see in the vintage collection. Have a go at these. The first one I wasn't even quite sure of. It was a Blink and You Missed It character called Yipsit. Also General Pride would look good if we made him on the vintage card. There's a Jaina. We have her in the Black Series already. On vintage should look very nice. And Bulio, who said the famous words, "When the war." Excellent, excellent stuff. All of those are pretty much deserving characters to be included into the vintage line. Last but not least, as you know, it was my birthday, so I went online to have a look at the most ultimate birthday cake Star Wars related, and check out this guy. Oh, that's the child. No, it's a cake! Excellent. Tasty as well. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Alrighty, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching today. As you know, my sponsor is Aussie Sci-Fi Collectibles. And when you purchase from Aussie Sci-Fi Collectibles, use my code UMTVFollower at checkout. I make a little percentage off, so thank you very much. My merch is of my shirts. All of my shirts are available in my Redbubble store. Buying from the Redbubble store helps out the channel, so thank you very much. If you'd like to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at Usualmike30 or on Instagram at Usualmike Television. If you'd like to send some fan mail, it's up here at PO Box 957, Lismore, New South Wales 248, Australia. And if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe, tap the little bell for notifications, slap a like on this video if you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. All the best.